Hi everyone, so today I wanted to do just a very simple minimal makeup look for you because I feel like in December and around Christmas time and New Year's we just wear so much makeup. I know I wore so much foundation and base, and then when it comes to the eyes you've got glitters and all sorts of things like that. False lashes if you're brave enough to wear those. So when it comes to January it's nice to kind of leave all that makeup behind and just keep things very simple and natural looking and really just use very minimal products. I honestly haven't really worn makeup at all since Christmas because I just haven't felt like putting anything much on my skin. But on the days that I have wanted to go out and do things, this is the kind of look that I've been going for. Surprisingly, my skin isn't too bad now considering how much rubbish and junk food and everything that I consumed over Christmas, so I'm just going to use a concealer as a base. I do have a couple of, I think, chocolate induced spots on my cheeks here, so I'm going to use something a bit heavier for those. I also have a couple of new brushes that I'm going to use today, and these are the Zoeva Rose Gold set, and aren't they just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? I'm really excited about using these. To start with though, I'm going to use a little bit of the This Works Perfect Look Skin Miracle just to warm up my skin because, to be honest, I'm looking quite pale and pasty at the moment. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on with my fingers, and it comes out very orange and scary looking, but once you've blended it in, it just disappears to nothing really and just adds a little bit of warmth. The concealer I'm going to use is the Clarins Instant Concealer, and this has really become a favourite of mine since I got it. It's a really great coverage considering how lightweight it feels, and it's nice and hydrating too, so it doesn't leave any dry patches around your face. I found the best way to use this is just to kind of really randomly slap it on there, not completely blend it out, and then use a brush just to buff it in. I can tell this brush is going to become one of my favourites. It's the Face Shape brush, and already I feel like it's amazing for concealer. And I'm just going to take that on the places that I need it, so on my forehead, a little bit down my nose, on my chin, and kind of just mainly in the centre of my face. And then for the slightly harder to conceal, scary looking blemishes like this one on my cheek here, I'm going to use the Mercier Secret Camouflage, and this is just the ultimate concealer for spots and blemishes, redness, anything that just takes a bit more covering. So for a bit of extra coverage and just to set everything down in place, I'm going to use a little bit of the Tarte's Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. I knew it had a really long name. I'm not a massive believer of using powder foundation on its own. I think it just can look a bit dry and cakey, but this one is kind of different. It has a very glowy finish to it, which is very strange for powder to have a glowy, dewy look, but it does. It works for some reason, and I think it's a nice one just to use to set everything down. It has this sort of mesh top to it, and you just sort of dab your brush in. The only thing about it is you can't really swell the excess off and tap it because you just end up getting more product on the brush, which is a little bit annoying. So I just kind of take off most of it on the back of my hand and then just sort of press it into my skin, and it really doesn't end up looking like a powder at all. It just makes your skin look airbrushed and really flawless. It does have a very light texture to it though, so it really just lets your skin breathe. Now you could just leave it like that and not use any bronzer or blusher, anything at all, but I am just going to put a little bit of colour back into my cheeks with a blusher, and this is a new one I just bought. I haven't even used it yet, but I've been dying to try it. This is from Illamasqua. It's their cream blush in, I'm going to pronounce this very, very badly, Zygomatic, something like that. I actually asked you in my last video, or my second to last video, which was my beauty favourites, my 2014 beauty favourites, what your absolute favourite must-have makeup products were, and someone actually commented and said that this was an amazing blusher, and I have to agree with them. It is beautiful. It's basically NARS Douceur actually in a cream form. I have it here. If I show you, they're basically identical, so if you are a NARS Douceur lover you'll probably like this one. So even though I've just powdered my skin, I find with the Tarte foundation you can use cream products on top of it. It leaves your skin very dewy feeling, so it doesn't disrupt the way that they work or that they blend in. This is such a pretty kind of cool tone pink. It's almost a little bit purpley, a bit bronzy, just a really lovely natural flush colour. It's really the perfect sort of colour for a very minimal look because it doesn't really look like you're wearing a blush. So thank you to the subscriber that recommended this one. I'm going to fill in my brows with the Soap & Glory Archery pencil. This is a really lovely one for just creating those little false hairs in there which make your brows look nice and full and bushy but still very natural. I say natural, but let's be honest, I can't do natural when it comes to brows. I'm just going to brush those up with a bit of clear brow gel. This is just one from MUA, and I've been doing this a lot more recently. I never used to set my brows in place, but just seems to kind of make it look a bit more uniform. Whenever I do a minimal makeup look, or if I know I haven't got much time at all to put my makeup on and I have to do something very quick and simple, there's always one particular eye product that I grab for, and it's the No. 7 Shade and Define Stick in Coffee Bean. This is such a lovely, warm, rich brown pencil. It's got a really nice creamy base to it, so you can do so much with it. You can blend it all over the lid, you can use it just as a liner, and it really sets in place too, so once you've worked it in, it's not really going to go anywhere at all. So I'm going to use this to do a very simple liner look, and I'm going to keep it quite smudgy and blended and very soft. I'm going to just line my top lashes really, really roughly because I'm going to smudge this. And then with my trusty Sigma blending brush, I feel like I use this for absolutely everything. I'm just going to really softly smoke that out. I'm definitely a bit of a winged liner lover, so I'm going to use an angle brush and just take a little bit of that on there and just do a very, very soft, very smudgy, blended looking wing. One thing I think is essential when you're doing a really simple minimal look is to use eyelash curlers. They just open your eyes up so much, they make them look really wide and bright, and it really does make a difference. I've actually been really into a new mascara recently, a bit of a shock, surprise, because I'm always wearing L'Oreal Miss Manga. But I've been trying Benefit's Theyre. I only have a tiny little sample size, but I really like the brush on this, so I'm going to use that today. I think with this one, because the bristles are really stiff, it really combs through the lashes and kind of separates them a lot. Now I know not everybody may like to wear bottom lash mascara, especially when it's a very minimal, natural makeup look, but I'm a firm believer in this stuff, and I have Clinique's bottom lash mascara here, which I've really, really fallen back in love with since I bought it at the beginning of December, I think it was, that I got it, and it's just got such a tiny, cute little wand, and it really makes bottom lashes really simple and easy to do. Last of all, I'm just going to finish up with a bit of Charlotte Tilbury's Lip Cheat. This is in Pink Venus, and I think it's the perfect colour for just evening out your lips, giving them a little bit of shape and definition, but without looking like you're really wearing a lipstick on there at all. And then I'm going to use NARS Barbarella lipstick, because I think this is probably just my favourite nude, simple, easy to wear lipstick of all time. And that's it, that's my minimal makeup look. I hope you enjoyed watching that. I think I only used about 10, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 10 products throughout that. So I think it's a really nice, quick and simple look to do throughout January when you just want to let your skin breathe and not really wear a lot of makeup at all. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon.